Cool. Just wanted to see how long Tim was going to do that. So, starting off with our episode 9 recording. Welcome back. And oh boy, do we have kind of a cliffhanger we're jumping back into now. The only announcement I have at this point before we get into the episode is we've printed 3 of 6 custom miniatures at this point. We have Misery, we have Pilgrim, and we have Gwendolyn. All 3 have individual posts on our Twitter. So if you're interested in seeing them and what they look like, head to King Leo DnD on Twitter and you can see those. And we'll be posting 4, 5, and 6 as they get made on there as well. And then they'll be getting painted and we'll send in those updates as well. That is the only announcement. So I'm going to hop into our recap before we continue. Last session was brief, and when it comes to recap notes, Rachel, who even admitted her only note was roll initiative. What we had was a fight that started on the lake with a dock team of Lorelith, Cicero, and Thule, who hung out on the docks to watch as the boat went out with the stone in hand and the containment chamber on the boat as well, heading out to the lake to check it out, see what happens. Maybe put the stone in the lake, maybe don't put the stone in the lake, let's see what happens. And then through the use of magic, Cicero drew some of the Chulots over to the dock, while Team Boat, including Pilgrim and Misery, went out. And then lastly, we have Team on the back of a Chul, which is Gwendolyn, who decided to use her own watercraft and bail on the boat. And the fight that continued, Thule scorched the ever-living crap out of a couple of the Chulots with fire magic. Joey has a question, or just stretching his arm, or you're still muted, but I think you were just, I don't know, it's great. So Thule doing some amazing fire damage and scorching up some of the Chulots, and we had heavy hits taken by Lorelith, I remember, that she was starting to get scratched up a bit. And then another big note was Pilgrim luring the Chul around the lake with the stone, but that eventually was released and it is now starting to drop into the lake. And then the Chul, the large being, climbed up over the side of the boat, and as it was attempted to capture the Chul into the containment chamber. When that did not work, the Chul grabbed it out of Pilgrim's hand, ripped it out, and then started to swim away. And as that had happened, Gwendolyn turned, pulled out her blade, and stabbed it straight into the back of the Chul, and is now riding it freestyle. And that's where we left off. So let me get the camera set back.
You might have said this already, but are the fake stones still floating?
Yes, the fake stones are still floating. And
okay, great.
In addition to that, Cicero jumped into the water. And so he's off the edge of the dock. And one of the smaller Chuliths is still at the edge of the dock as well.
Did he jump or did he bounce off the Chul he tried to tackle or something?
How smooth was that transition? All right, what was that, Rachel?
Sorry, I said, did Cicero jump in, or did he?
Weird audio issue where you just completely cut out and we can't hear you anymore.
Oh no.
Did he jump in or did he?
It's like in and out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I jumped in. It was 100% my own fault.
The underwater background is perfect.
Dan, were all those walls there before?
No.
Wow.
Yes, we're doing a little bit of upgrades.
Wow.
It does look amazing.
We've got a boat
there.
We've got a dock. We've got little rocks. We've got some miniatures.
I saw that the boat was there, but I didn't want to be wrong again, like with Tumblr.
Show us the Chulies.
Yeah.
What?
Actually, this might be better if I lower it.
Also, the moment has passed because Rachel's audio, but I swear instead of Thule, she called herself Chuli, and I like to think she changed her name to Chuli since she Sparks these
Please.
crabs.
Whoa.
Not Chugi.
Wow.
The
We can cut all
Jewies.
of this, right, Steven? We'll just pretend that this happened so smoothly.
Yeah.
Nope, this is too important to the story.
Okay. Rachel, how's your mic?
Can you hear me? Testing
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
Great.
Just don't punch your computer anymore.
Okay.
I
Okay.
think that's what I was.
I don't make any promises.
Good word. Good word.
All right.
Wow.
Pastor.
That is
So-
what boats are like.
Yes. So we've got Pilgrim
Looks like a boat.
and
Me.
right, Misery. Thank you.
Sadness. Oh, yeah.
Pilgrim and
I'm sorry.
Misery. We've got Gwendolyn on the back of the Chul, and then we have the containment chamber here in its claw as a stone that Pilgrim let go is starting to sink here. We have Cicero falling into the lake, and baby Chuloth here, and then we have Tulipala here in the back of the dock, and we have Lorelith here at the edge. All right. So with that too, the last thing that happened was Gwendolyn diving onto the back of the Chul and with the sword punctured in, riding it as it's still above the surface. And after that, the smaller Chul is now going to turn and go to attack Cicero, falling into the water. Oh my gosh, where are my dice? Okay. Cicero, as this crab claw starts to come at you while your vision is slightly impaired from hitting into the water and you're reacting to this fall, it only rolled an 8 to hit. With that, you can feel the claws starting to grab at you, and a little bit of panic as you're hitting the water, and also an assault begins, but nothing seems to hurt or do any damage to you. And after that, oh, I'm so sorry. That was out of order. Gwen had gone. Lorelith, you are actually up. So that attack never happened.
Nice. Gosh. Okay. I'm dying, so that's good. I already used both of my, wait, what? Yep. I used both spell slots. What can I do? I'm going to, it's like right near me still, right?
Yeah, you can see it's 7 feet away, just about at the edge of the dock, as it now is no longer climbing up on the dock towards you, but is turned and is dove in to get Cicero as he hit the water.
Okay. I'm gonna use my long bow.
Mhm.
No, I'm gonna use my spear on it.
Okay.
No! 6. That doesn't hit, does it?
Refraction on the water as you try to stab in, and you feel like it was straight on, but it just bends once it hits the surface and misses over the side of the creature. Anything else?
I do have 2 hand combat, so let me take a little stab at I guess I'll use my longbow because
It'd have to be melee with 2 hands. You can't.
Oh, you're right.
Right. So like if
Right,
you have a
right.
dagger.
yeah, I'll use my dagger.
Okay, great.
Use my little dagger. Come on. Oh my gosh. 7.
Okay, limping to the edge of the dock and trying to just thrust out a useful attack, just a little bit out of range as it is turned, and the dagger just fully extended in your arm can't quite reach where the Chuloth crawled it over to. Pilgrim, you are up, and then Misery's on deck.
So I'm basically just laying prone in the boat, having had all my dreams crushed around me, right, at this stage.
That sounds accurate.
Good deal. So I think, because now I think Pilgrim would get up or like kind of roll over to try to see what's going on down beneath the water.
Yeah.
And I think I'm going to try to reconnect with the stone through Mind Link.
Yeah.
And I think I would just want to reconnect with the stone, and I'm just trying to end all of this chaos. And so I'm just going to connect the stone and say, You need to end this now. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm just focused on putting all my focus on the stone and what's going on down beneath the water.
Okay. Got it. As you wait for your response, Misery, you're up, and then Cicero.
All right. That's not my voice. Where? She's writing it, which is making things difficult. But I'm just gonna keep trying to attack it with mean insults. So I'm just going to cast Vicious Mockery on the thing that Gwendolyn's riding.
Oh yeah, that's a saving throw. I was like waiting for you to make a roll and do your thing. Wisdom saving.
Yeah, it's a
It failed. It rolled a 2. So
nice.
you can roll your damage.
A D4. Wow, amazing. 2 damage.
Okay. And then it also has disadvantage on any attacks it makes its next turn, I believe, because of Vicious Mockery.
Yep.
Great.
Yes. And
Okay.
this is psychic damage.
Anything else for your turn?
You know what? I think I'll give. Oh, that's a long word. Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, got it. Cicero, you are up, and then Thule.
Dan, how many limbs do these creatures have?
Your turn always starts with a question.
I before I give what I want to do, I want to make sure.
No, for sure, you're good. I'm just saying. They
I'm
have
thinking.
2 claws, and then they do have like a set of smaller like legs that come down underneath of that. And then you can also occasionally see like the legs are kind of a mix between a leg and a tentacle, and the way that those operate is a little more fluid.
So based on your reading of shape changing, would you say they have the same basic arrangement of limbs that I have?
No.
Oh, bummer. So I can't change into them.
Right. I also think the parameters of your shape changing specifically says a humanoid.
No, it says another race.
Yeah. No, these are like a completely different.
It says same any creature, but it has to have the same basic arrangement of limbs.
Yeah. So
It says I have to adopt a form. Could I adopt a form that has 4 limbs but looks like them?
It is intended to be specifically human-ish, and so
Okay,
like
cool.
you could make the argument that a tiger has the same amount of limbs, but like you couldn't change into a tiger.
Oh, that's going to really affect whenever we come across tigers.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm on the way down, heading into the water.
Yeah.
Okay, can I cast Sanctuary, or am I too like going down?
No, you can cast Sanctuary.
Okay, I'm going to cast Sanctuary on Loreleth
Okay.
because I technically got her into this mess, even though I wasn't trying to.
Got
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Put that on her, and then
I don't need to roll anything, do I?
nope.
Okay, and I'm guessing that's my action, correct?
It would say on your spell if it's an action for casting time. I believe it is, but
1 bonus action.
great. So now you still have an action.
Sweet. Is that one guy kind of next to me still?
Yeah, and you're kind of you can also. I'm like you'd have to use half of your movement to kind of orient yourself because you're kind of falling and laying down. But
For sure.
yeah, but you're good.
Yeah.
You can,
Okay, how's my swimming ability?
same as your movement speed.
But there's
Or
no
half,
like
half your
special
movement speed, I think, actually.
half my movement speed, so 15 feet. How do I know how deep the lake is? Can I see the bottom?
From where you are right now, you can barely touch the bottom.
Okay. Can I swim under the dock? Is that a possibility?
Yes.
Okay. I would like to swim under the dock. Would that give him an attack of opportunity? Would I know if he's close to me?
Yeah, you would know to turn your body and to swim the way that you need to. You're kind of leaving your defenses open.
Okay, I'm trying to swim kind of like from how I view it, like below Loreleth.
Yeah.
So like kind of down. That
Yep.
makes any sense.
Yeah,
That's all I want to do.
Okay. Let me first roll that attack.
Are you hiding under me?
No, I'm hiding under the dock. I'm trying to go like kind of behind.
But you're under me.
Ish. I'm trying to swim. I don't know what to do. I'm in the water.
It rolled a 21 to hit.
Nice.
It's going to do 6 piercing damage as its claw
I thought you
grabs
said
it.
it wasn't getting attack of opportunity. Did we miscommunicate?
Well, I guess we did because you were leaving your defenses open when you turned to swim away.
Oh, I thought.
If that changes your move, that's fine.
Well, no, I thought you said I would know which way to turn, meaning like I would know to not let it. You meant like based on how I'd have to turn, I would hit it or get hit by it.
Yeah.
From an outside
Gotcha.
perspective, it was kind of unclear, the answer to the question, I will say.
Okay.
If Tim needs to think about
It was obvious before even asking the question. Come on, Tim.
Some of us
Learn the
are
rules.
Joey.
I would
so-
I would not do something that would give him a chance to hit me. So if that means staying put, I'm welcome.
Yeah,
to
that means
stay
staying put.
Okay, I would stay put then,
Okay.
and I would probably just end my turn.
You still have an action if you would like to use that to attack.
Do I want to do that? Is it at a disadvantage because I'm falling?
Nope, you fixed yourself. You've gotten yourself.
Nice. I'm
Oriented.
falling with grace and style.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Sure, I'll attack then. That sounds good.
Okay.
With my dagger, that would make the most sense based on where I am.
Go for it.
Nice. It's not wanting to roll. Come on, buddy.
I hope for your sake that it's a digital die and you're not just looking at a die waiting to do its
No,
thing.
it is a digital die. I'm not just looking
Come on,
at
buddy.
a die.
You can do it.
Dead. Hold on.
It won't move.
How does this roll? How do you roll a real dice? Hold on. Sorry, everyone. For the folks at home, a brief pause, please.
Wow,
All
I
right,
guess the
yeah.
moral of the story is that physical dice are always better.
My physical dice are up. Oh, I do have my physical dice. Hold on.
Yeah, leave now to do this instead of.
Yeah, go away, please.
I'm digital rolling. Oh, I got a B for net 20. Nice.
A B?
For D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was a
D.
20 plus 4. So 24.
Bungeons and Bragons.
Episode title immediately.
It was a nat 20 plus 4.
Yeah. So what was your damage? What was your damage?
There was a nat 20 plus 4 to hit.
Yeah. No, that hits. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Did I get crit because I hit nat 20?
Yeah.
So do I roll twice? How's that work?
Yeah. You roll 2 d4s and then add your strength or dexterity to it.
Nice. 7.
Great. Okay.
D&D Beyond does the crit for you. That's nice.
Yeah,
Thanks,
that is really
D&D
nice. What does a crit dagger strike from Cicero look like on this thing?
I'm coming down, falling into the water. I'm like casting like sanctuary, going, I'm so sorry. And then I whip out my dagger as I orient myself and I slash at just whatever I can kind of slash at. It's actually not very impressively good. It's just kind of like a no. Like that.
Well, a couple of the little like feeler legs kind of fall off from you just slashing wildly, and you can just cut through a bit of those as it screeches out, and rapid bubbles just start spewing out of its face and foam. After that, Thule, you were up.
Okay. I'm gonna move up, kind of next to Lorelith, but a little bit in front of her if I can.
Yeah.
Just to kind of physically provide a barrier. And then I'm gonna attack with Firebolt,
Okay.
and roll to hit is 15.
That hits.
Okay. And then I'm gonna roll damage. Only 3.
3. Okay. As Cicero starts slashing up in the front of this creature, and its legs start pulling up on the side of its head. The spew of fire just washes over it, and it crooks its head and looks over towards you, and then locks its eyes back down to Cicero. After that, Pilgrim, you hear in your head, you fool. Thank you. And then we jump to, where are we? Done? No, Chul. Okay. With that, this is an interesting question. Okay. This creature is going to kind of turn and it spins around, and then Gwen, you're on its back as it's moving, and with its other claw it moves forward, and now it grabs the stone as it was heading down into the lake, and in its other claw it has the containment chamber.
I caught the stone at the end of last session. You told me I caught it and you can't take it back. It's recorded.
It's audio history.
She did.
Remember, I caught it.
Gwen grabbed the stone.
So I grabbed the stone.
Yeah.
Okay then. Well, then
remember?
that changes things completely. With that, it starts
Big
to
Daddy
just...
Tool says nothing.
The stone still responds. Instead of grabbing the stone itself, it just starts to descend. And so heading 60 feet down into the lake, Gwen, holding onto your sword, this creature just immediately plummets and starts to drop down as the water rushes over you. And as it starts to go down deeper, you can choose to respond and let go if you want, but it's now diving in.
Where was the box again? Is it just like floating?
Which, the containment chamber?
The capture, yeah, the capture box.
It is holding that.
It's holding that. But I have the stone in my hand.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I don't have an option to try to yank my sword out. I have to just let go of it.
No, you can yank your sword out.
Okay. But I don't have an option to yank the sword out and try to get the containment chamber and try to catch the crab.
Right.
Okay. I mean, I don't have the ability to breathe underwater as far as I am aware. I guess I'll yank the sword out
Okay.
to try to swim back up top. Sorry, team. It's probably gonna stiff my legs off.
Pilgrim, you also hear as this happens, and she lets go and starts to head up this wait, what? And then, Gwen, if you could make a wisdom saving throw for me.
18. Okay, not bad. I don't have anything to add on to that, so I'll take it.
Okay. As you're holding on to the stone, you can feel an oppressive power start to pour into your mind. And for a second, you want to swim down to the depths of the lake. And then you fight that off and push that away, and pull your sword out, and then start to swim up to the surface. Anything else for your turn?
A chance of getting the containment chamber?
As you pull the sword out and this creature is swimming downward, you could make an attack of opportunity, which has to be a melee attack. You can't use that to grab at something like that. So you could choose to follow up with an attack while it's leaving as part of that interaction. But at this point,
I'll do that if that's okay. If it wasn't my idea, so if it's not okay, it's fine.
Yeah, you can. The thing is, since it's the creature's turn, it's leaving your range, and so yeah, that's the only option you have at this point. So yeah, you can roll an attack.
I'll do that. I'm still technically raging right now, right? Because
yeah,
not enough. Okay, this passed for me to use that. Waste of time.
Okay.
A hit.
Yeah. So the creature sinks down, taking the containment chamber, and disappears into the murky depths of the lake. And after that, Cicero, you are going to be attacked again by the creature that is next to you. It is a 16 to hit. Okay. And you take an additional 5 piercing damage as another claw lashes back out and hits the other side of your ribs. So now both sides of your body have kind of pierced wounds, slightly punctured, and little blood points start to just pour out into your robes and vest. After that, we do have Gwen.
How far apart are we? Me and the crab.
You're not sure because eventually it got to a point where you couldn't see it anymore down in the lake.
Okay, so it just straight up doesn't make sense to chase it. I'm really bummed about losing the containment chamber, guys. It just sucks, and also it might have been expensive, and also we would have at least got 20 if we would have captured something interesting.
It is better than drowning at the bottom of a lake.
Is it? I don't. I guess well, I'm not gonna choose to stop raging. It'll probably happen, but I just don't want to choose that as a bonus action in case there's a little crabby boy up top. So
Okay.
I guess I'll just try to swim back to the surface and make my way to the boat.
Yeah, you can do that in one move.
Yeah,
And you can get up into the boat.
can get back in.
Gwen gets back in, holding the stone, and you two can see it as she at first puts her hands up over the edge of the boat. I'm physically like pantomiming this, but you can't see me because the camera's not on. And I always do this. As her hands go up over the edge of the boat, and one grabs onto the ledge, you can see the other hand holding onto the stone, and the now fully black stone, the 4 eyes move frantically around, spinning and looking around at its surroundings. After Gwen, Lorelith, and then Pilgrim.
Can I hand it to anyone in my turn, or?
No, with your movement and getting onto the boat and all of
Yeah,
that.
that's fine.
Yeah.
No!
Oh my. Okay. I have Sanctuary,
Mhm.
and what can't I do while I have Sanctuary?
I think if you attack something, it will drop the Sanctuary, but Sanctuary generally just protects you from potentially getting hit.
Okay. Can I try to talk to it? To any of it? Any of them?
To the Chuloth?
Yeah. Because
Yeah,
I have proficiency in Celestial.
Celestials are like angelic beings.
Oh. I thought it was it says that it's beings of the upper planes, and I know it's from a different plane, so.
Crabs don't have souls.
Okay.
Do you mean talk to the stone?
Oh, maybe. Yes.
Crabs are crabs. They're definitely not gods. But the stone is weird.
Can I try to talk to the stone? What?
Nothing. It's not helpful, anyways.
Oh.
You're about 60 feet away from the stone and the boat at this point. Still, I don't even think Lorelith is sure where the stone is right now.
Okay. All right. What's the crab that's closest to me?
The one attacking
far is it?
Cicero below the dock.
How far away from me is it, do you think?
Right at like 5 feet, like just touching that edge.
I'm just trying to decide if I should use my longbow or not, because that feels kind of like overkill, but also, why not? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try to use my longbow.
Okay,
Let's see
great.
what happens
Yeah, you're good
Great.
to do that.
on that guy. Wait, do I still have Hunter's Mark on the big guy?
No, you had to drop concentration when you got hit
Oh.
earlier.
Oh, right. Okay. I'm gonna use my longbow.
Yeah, what a hit.
14.
That just hits.
Yes. Damage is 8.
You can describe the last kill of this combat.
Woo!
So I'm, bloody and scratched and kind of like trying to save myself but save everyone so we can just get out of here rather than win necessarily. So as like a last effort, I pull out my longbow and I pull out an arrow, and I pull it back and I take what is it called? Attention? Sorry, guys.
Take aim.
Attention.
COVID fog is real, so I'm just gonna say that, and my brain is struggling in a lot of ways. Okay, so I take aim at it, and I let go, and I think I'm gonna miss it until I hit it, and I hit it just in the right spot that it dies. The end. I don't know how you do a dramatic kill for a
And
longbow.
in a
Like,
way that causes death.
It is just an arrow.
it's
That's a
just
good
an
point.
arrow.
Yeah,
It's not like I can stab it.
This is great. Cicero, as you are, Cicero, as you are taking these claws to the side and slashing your dagger out dramatically, the pincers of its face are starting to get closer to you as this foam and bubbles are coming. And then just in one instance, you can see this arrow just in the creature's, and all the little tentacles droop straight down, and it falls into your chest as the head hits your sternum and then slides down into the lake.
No comment.
You're welcome.
Here's the
Just
question:
sheer shock.
Is
You're
the
welcome.
episode titled "Bungeons and Bragons" or is it "Ready, Attention, Fire"?
Are we gonna have a culture of making fun of Sally occasionally and then naming episodes after however we decide to make fun of Sally?
That is my culture.
Been named. There have been a lot of episodes named after me so far. That's all. I
But
have to
mostly in
say.
a good way.
Yeah.
Because of the funny things you said that were very creative.
Dan, did the arrow separate the head from the body?
No.
Can I try to grab the head anyway?
Yes, you can.
And I just want the head.
Cool. With your dagger, you just want to start cutting away?
Yeah, I just want the head.
Yeah, you can do that.
Sick.
Great.
Can I? And then I'm gonna yell out, "Does anybody want crab soup?"
Thule and Cicero, you hear that as Pilgrim, you are assisting Gwen to get up into the boat, seeing the stone in her hand, and Misery there as well. And you all are free to converse and start to move the boat towards the dock and reconvene. Or do whatever else you want as well.
I mean, I kind of just want to be like, what happened, guys? Why didn't we just drop the stone in the lake like we were planning to do?
It would appear that nearly everything that could have gone wrong did go wrong. However, I am pleased to say that while in the water, this creature did reveal its true colors. And Pilgrim kind of looks down at the stone and just kind of says, "And for that, I thank you." And I would assume that the bowl is still somewhere in this boat, since we kind of had it and hovered it out of the bowl. So while I'm saying all that, I'm going to kind of stoop down to wherever in the boat the bowl kind of fell and pick it up and kind of just indicate to Gwen, like, drop the stone back in the bowl. And then,
Pilgrim, as you are holding this bowl out and these eyes are frantically spinning around, Misery and Pilgrim, if you both could make a wisdom saving throw for me.
merciful heavens!
I didn't touch it.
Not even holding the dang thing. Well, I rolled a nat 20, so nice try.
All right.
Whoa, excuse me. I rolled an 8, so nice try.
Oh, I hate that for us all on the boat with Misery.
Misery, you see him just emptily reach his hand out and go to fight for the stone. And so his hand immediately just rises up and starts to go towards Gwendolyn.
My hand?
Your hand.
We're
We're still on the boat, not on the dock, right? So we're not really aware of all this.
my nat 20 gives me cat-like awareness of what's going on around me. I'm sure. I'm so wise right now in this moment. So I see what's happening with Misery, and I want to try to immediately Well, first of all, let me ask Gwen. Gwen, are you like, were we in the process of putting this stone in this bowl? Like, do you have a firm grip on it right now, or what?
Yeah, I was about to like ask Pilgrim a question. But yeah, I feel like I would be like pretty strongly holding on to it after what just happened and like fighting through a lake and a crab.
Okay.
Okay.
So
I'm not like.
Yeah. Gwendolyn, make a strength check for me, and Misery, make a strength check for me.
Oh, jeez.
Oh man.
Like
This lady's still berserking? We still berserking over here?
-1 strength.
I'm still raging, and I rolled a freaking 3.
Get that, Jeffrey.
Does
Hold on, Misery, don't say yours yet.
okay.
Gwendolyn, what's yours?
Do I get to add anything to that for? Oh, I do for rage. Oh wait, I get advantage. That's what happens. I think.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. Couldn't remember for raging. Sweet. That's better. 20.
How better is it?
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
Much better.
And Misery, what was yours?
14.
Okay, got it. So Misery just starts to kind of claw at it and grab and twists and holds your arm under his, and he's trying to pull and get the stone, but you are very strong. Thrust your hand out, hit him in the sternum, and it knocks him to his butt on the boat as you kind of pull the stone back away from him.
I snap his little horn off. I'm just kidding.
Ah!
Okay. I'm gonna say, so I see that little altercation, and I say, Gwen, we have to get the stone away from Misery. I need you to let go now. And I'm going to do the mage hand on the stone again as soon as, assuming she does let go. At the moment that she does, I'm gonna take it and then just literally rise it up over us, like out of reach, just like. So I'm probably gonna. Well, yeah, that's all I do yet.
Okay. Yeah, Misery, you can feel your senses start to come back, and you're looking up at the stone and strongly desiring to get it, but then your own will just starts to slowly push its way back in.
Oh, nice.
You're muted.
Interesting.
Or we can't hear you, Misery.
Are you dying, Joey? We still can't hear you.
Sally kept telling me my mic was loud, so I turned it down. But now I gotta turn it back up.
That's better.
So, whatever.
Wow, I guess physical dice are better.
Physical dice.
What were you saying, Joey?
I said, I want that stone. Oh, wait, no, it's okay. These are my friends. Never mind.
Alrighty. Okay. We need to get back to the shore.
The Jersey Shore.
Yeah. I can start rowing.
Beautiful. So my eyes are now locked on this stone. Yeah, I guess as I continue to mind link with it, and I'll just say, thank you for showing my friends and I your true colors. I assure you, we will now do everything in our power to keep you away from this lake and away from your brother.
Amazing.
I will get my way.
Joey.
I'm not going to respond to that. I'm just waiting for us to get back to the shore.
Okay. Gwen, you start rowing the boat back over towards the dock and catch up with everyone as you all regroup. And Cicero has the head of the Truloth, and Lorelith is going on about the soup that could be made from such a head.
The corpse that's at our feet on the dock is pretty much like crab cracked, right?
Yeah.
Can I try and jump in the water and grab the corpse of the crab that Cicero's cut the head off of?
Yeah, for sure. Make a strength check for me.
Okay. Oh no.
We're just gonna bring all these various crab pieces back to Munkin and be like, we did good, right?
18.
Oh, great. Okay. You are able to handle most of the bulk of it. It's very unwieldy, but with the effort and the way that you can actually use your muscles very intentionally and specifically, like you're not relying on just your strength alone, but also just like the fine mechanics of your body and getting it on your back and shoulders. With a little bit of help from another person, you two would be able to pretty easily just move this as you would want to.
Are they back out of the at the dock yet?
What's that?
I mean, I can help you. I'm standing next to you.
Yeah, okay. I'll say, Lorelith, it's okay if you don't feel like it, but maybe like drag this up? Potentially?
Yes, Julie, I'll help you. It looked like you were struggling. Now reach down and we pull it up. Right?
Yeah.
How long would it take me to use my herbalism kit to try to concoct some things to heal us broken boys and girls?
It's kind of like a one-time use thing for one person, which is pretty immediate. And trying to look at its actual functionalities.
Because I can make an antitoxin, which I assume is probably what's harming me the most, because they scratched me, right?
Antitoxin specifically helps you against being poisoned.
I thought that there would maybe be poisons in the crab souls.
The herbalism kit itself is more, it's like it itself is not really a healing object. It's something like that is used to create healing things. Oh, so you're right. Yeah, that's what you're asking.
That's what I'm asking.
I see. I'm so sorry. Okay. No, yeah, to do something like that would be like a matter of hours of sitting down with proper ingredients and trying to then create things.
Can I like use my nature stuff to grab things from around me, or would that still take hours?
If you wanted to start collecting ingredients now, like you could collect them, but after then. But so yeah, if you want to do a quick like check of the area, you can do a nature check now.
That's what I want to do. It's 11, but I'm pretty sure I have proficiency in it. 11 plus 4, 15.
Okay, great. I'll narrate that in a minute. Lorelith like starts to kind of wander off towards the edge of the lake, and you can see her just looking around, reaching down, and starting to just like collect plants very meticulously and intentionally. But she's off doing that as the boat gets to dock. Lorelith, you've helped Thule get the corpse of the creature more onto land. And the rest of the people in the boat start to get off and join the rest of the people. So what other? I
don't say anything before I walk away. Okay. Just pull up the body and immediately go to try to find some stuff.
Yeah.
Do you need help?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
What other?
Yeah. I was gonna say, can I investigate the Chuloth to see if I see anything that may have tell me anything about why it has the hive mind, what the connection is to the stone. I'd like to do an investigation check, but whatever you think that would be.
Yeah, investigation check, you'd be able to get like kind of like some of the more physical attributes of things if you wanted, or you could do a nature check to get more of like the functionality and the inner workings of the creature. So whichever one of those two you're looking more to do.
I'll do investigation.
Okay, go for
it. 1. Oh no, actually it was a 7, sorry, 12.
Okay, got it. Yeah, I'll say you can see, of course, okay, its head is removed for one, and it's continuing to like kind of bleed out through that. But you watched as soon as the head was removed from the creature, like its claws and hands like still seemed to be moving towards the crossbow that is on Cicero's body. So even as he was working towards that, some of the inner nerves and functions of the being was like moving towards Cicero and an object that he has.
Okay. I'm gonna shuffle them away, just to be safe. Shuffle them down the dock a little bit further from us.
Any other conversation or stuff happening on the dock?
Pilgrim, are you still holding the stone up high?
Yeah, I'm gonna say as we kind of get back with the rest of the party, I'm just kind of along for the ride as Gwen's kind of rowing us back over, and my eyes are up on the stone, which I really just have as high up as as it can go, while still holding on to it, and I say, friends, it would appear that this stone is even more dangerous and nefarious than we could have possibly realized. The moment it entered the water, it seemed to have very malicious intent to bring harm to us, and once we removed it from the water again, it tried to take over our minds, and briefly took over dear Misery's mind. And then I kind of smile and I say, however, clearly it did not realize it was attempting to control a battle of the band's champion and was unsuccessful in maintaining its hold. But I'm just kind of keeping it away from us. And I guess I add, it would appear that its powers to take control of our minds reach beyond simply physical touch. I originally thought one had to hold the stone for it to control the mind. This is why we had it in the bowl, but it would seem the bowl was pointless, for just being near to us, it was able to attempt to seize control of our faculties.
Pilgrim is saying this in the boat, not on the dock, is that right?
Mm-hmm. You can hear him. This is to the full group, except Lorelith, who's out grabbing some plants, actually doing an ecological study of the lake.
I give this like quiet, pensive explanation, but I'm like very far away on a boat, so everyone's like, what's he saying?
Muttering over the water. Dan, would Pilgrim or I know enough about magic to suspect that maybe the stone might have to... Pilgrim was talking quietly, but Tuli, like, no sense of tact, like, immediately yells to interrupt and says, should we cover its eyes or something? I don't know. What do you think?
I like this thought.
Okay, do you have anything?
Does anyone have a bit of cloth or a spare bag? Something we can, if we ready a cloth or a bag to drop this stone in, I can put the stone in the cloth, and hopefully that will protect us from its magic abilities.
So you have... Yeah.
I'm sitting over to the side. I've been sitting over to the side of the dock, cross-legged, just like staring, like looking at the head. And whenever I hear this, I just like hold up. I don't look at him or say anything. I just hold up the head, like towards Pilgrim.
My dear Cicero, you want us to place the stone inside the severed head of this Chuloth?
And I like, I kind of nod and I bring it back. I'm assuming there's like some insides to the head. I like do like and I like dig out the insides.
Ugh.
And then I like empty it out, toss it into the lake behind me, and then I just like hold up the now empty head back to Pilgrim.
It's just
Now it's a
staring.
bowl for soup.
Yeah, now you have like two bowls. One is weirdly conical, and the other one is the bowl you had from before. And you could like cup the two together in like a weird situation.
Crab soup?
I'm just holding it up towards you.
I thank you for your ingenuity and your creativity, Cicero. However, a flesh bowl is not much greater help than a wood bowl, I am afraid.
Well, it's not flesh as much as like exoskeleton or whatever, right?
Ah, this changes everything. Quick, let's put the stone inside.
I have
See,
great idea,
want it.
Cicero. Very good. But I have like my little necktie as we just designed my
Mhm.
mini, and I wear
Now,
like a
everyone has
little,
to take turns telling us they did a
blazer.
good job.
with like a little necktie. So yeah, I can like gesture to my necktie and be like, while Cicero's idea is very good, perhaps my necktie would be more sanitary.
Okay, I'm
A
going
piece
to.
of cloth.
Yeah, I'll take the necktie from Gwen, and I'll say, "Everyone, wait here," and I'm gonna walk like 30 feet away from the group, with
Mhm.
this still kind of over my head. And once I'm like well away from everyone, I'll kind of like ready the necktie basically, and then kind of
Mhm.
bring the stone down in front of me, and still like as best I can without like touching it, like have it hover in front of me, and then wrap it up in the necktie.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, while I do that, does anything?
Yeah, while it's descending, it begins to speak, and it's like, "You fool! You cannot plan to simply silence me. I'm the great." And as soon as the cloth goes around it, it's just nothing, and it goes completely silent. And you wrap it up and are able to cover that and store it away.
Good thinking, Thule. Okay, cool. So I have this necktie ball now, and then I walk back over to the group. And I say,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say, Thule, your idea worked wonders. It would seem that the instant it was covered, the instant the eyes were unable to see and make connections around it, it was silenced, both from its powers and from speaking entirely.
Tuli's gonna fist pump and kind of jump up a little bit and be like, "Yes!" And then she like turns to Cicero and says,
Your
Stop
mic cut
touching
out.
your computer.
Your mic cut out.
You're gone.
Cut.
"I'm touching it now."
No.
No punch.
Yeah, when your hands are up, we can hear you.
And you're out again.
Can't hear you. Lift both hands up.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
So weird.
Covering it up
Can
with
you hear
your
me now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ish.
It's really weird. Okay, sorry. Stop me if you can't hear me.
Sound great.
Tuli is gonna like turn to Cicero and say, "TB totally H. I actually really liked that crab head. I thought it was like super like a kind of symmetry to it. You know what I mean? But yeah, I thought that was a good idea."
Cicero says nothing. He just holds the head.
Lorelith.
That
Lorelith comes back at this point too, and has a collection of a bunch of different plants and stuff. But with those, Lorelith, if you could make a nature, or did you already make a check for me? Yeah, you got it like a 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
15.
Great. Yeah, you were able to collect enough plants and stuff to with a little bit of abundance, not enough to do 2 doses, but if you were to work with the plant material that you have here and using some of the tools as part of the herbalism kit to refine them and make their oils and fluids more potent, that you can make a bit of a healing ointment overnight if you were to set that up and let that do its thing.
Okay.
I will also.
You're saying
Go ahead.
it's not ideal to do it right now.
Right, yeah, this would be a process that would work over time,
Okay.
But you could create something pretty easily with what you have.
Preferably when everyone else is asleep.
Yeah.
Got it.
Cicero, you immediately notice that one small plant in this assortment of what Lorelith has is something that you've been looking for a long time. It's called aching bitterweed. And as you have plans and something that you've been kind of working out and trying to figure out, it's been something that you've been wanting to add to your collection for a while.
noted.
Okay. where are we heading? I will also add, just as a reminder, not as a guide or a push in any way whatsoever, that Zach did say that after you were done with the boat, that he would be at Ocean's Deep Goblet, and that he asked if you all would go there to just update him when you were done. So if that is something that your characters would do, you can do that, or if you have other priorities, go to those. Just wanted to remind you, because last session was a while ago.
Yeah. I say, well, I guess we gotta go tell everybody that we failed miserably, or whatever happened. I don't remember the point. I just remember I wanted to kill some crabs. I didn't really get to kill anything.
Whenever Cicero hears Misery say "we," he just like under his breath, but loud enough, goes "y'all," and he's just still like sitting cross-legged, just staring at the head.
Y'all.
Yes, I second what Cicero said. We can go back with some sort of a victory because we did kill 2 of the Truloff. Maybe not the biggest one. 3 of them. Not the biggest one, but the rest of them. So we do have that to report, which is good news.
And
Sorry.
we got a head. That's pretty gnarly.
Yeah. Cicero doesn't seem to want to share it.
Whenever he hears Misery say "we have a head," he just says "I." Just under his breath.
Cicero's going into a deep depression. Not ready. Yeah, I'll say to, I almost said Joey, Misery, you're too similar. Yeah, Misery, I really thought we were gonna get to kill that big one, you know? That was stupid.
Yeah, it kind of sucks that you let him get away, but...
I mean, he dived, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to do.
It would have been pretty cool if you didn't let him get away.
When you were diving to the depths with Daddy Chul, did you notice anything? Did you see anything out of the ordinary down there in the depths, or was it all a watery blur?
It was pretty dark, and the stone did try to take my brain over. And, you know, it was diving pretty deep, so it was either drown or let him go. I tried to attack him when he swam off the big crab, but didn't get him, and it was just dark. I couldn't see him anymore to chase him.
Hey, where's that, like, container thingy that we had?
Yeah, that's gone too. The crab had it, remember? I think Misery, I think you were carrying it on the boat, actually.
I don't know what responsibility.
And then the crab got it, so...
Alright, let's...
If the container's purpose was merely to capture a crab to return to Munkin, the way I see it, we have plenty of crab to go around.
We have crabs.
Whenever I hear Pilgrim say "we," I just again say "I." So it's correcting it.
I'm going to turn to Cicero, and actually no, only my head turns to Cicero. I just kind of look over at him, and I just say, "Do we need to have a dialogue?"
Say it. You said, "Do we need to have a dialogue?"
Uh-huh.
And then I just respond back. I say, "Y'all were on the boat. Y'all failed." In like a tone that's like very uniquely not high pitched for Cicero.
I kind of look over at Cicero.
This is just in Pilgrim's head, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh.
We were head.
Yeah.
Oh,
In
I
our
did not intend to
minds.
I did not intend to. I said that out loud.
Yeah, he said it out loud.
Okay, then yeah, Cicero, you don't have the option to respond telepathically.
I have a message.
Oh, then you could point at him and say exactly what you want to say.
I would say that.
Okay.
I would want it to be silent, just to Pilgrim.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I kind of look over at Cicero, picking up on his weird vibes, and say, if I'm not mistaken, you were the one who was all about this being a joint effort and wanting to help everyone. Maybe this is an opportune time to continue to do so by sharing the crab body with Munkin so we can learn more about how to get the big one.
I'm gonna stand up and throw it as far into the lake as I can.
Oh,
Dude!
The head?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch him do that, and while he does that, I'm gonna lock onto it with Mage Hand.
Make an Arcana check for me.
Okay.
With the force that's
That's a good
behind it.
move. That's a good move.
Okay.
Dan, I'll say that I wanted to do the same.
Okay.
That's a 13 plus 2, 15.
Okay. And his is gonna do it. But your will and force, of course, like will like join in and kind of do it too. It's Pilgrim, you're able to stop it as it gets maybe like 5 or 10 feet behind him, and then it stops in place, and you feel the connection of it.
Julie says, "Whoa."
Okay, yeah, and then I kind of catch it, and then I look over to.
Can I? Dan, when I have prestidigitation, and it says I can soil an object, what does that mean?
Oh god.
You can make it appear dirty, or smell dirty, or look dirty. Like what?
It's not actually becoming dirty.
Right.
I'm gonna take a wild guess that the true left's head is already pretty dirty, though.
That's also very true.
I did clean it out for the
You
magical orb.
can make it smell worse, like a cake.
No, I'll leave it alone. No comment.
Okay.
Go ahead,
I'm just gonna look at Cicero and then mind link, and I'll say, I would be very interested in speaking later if you do not wish to have a public conversation, but you must know that in this moment you make me deeply sad. And then I'm gonna kind of hover the head over me again like that was with the stone. And then I kind of look to the rest of the group, and I'll just say, so it would seem that our acquaintance Zach mentioned a meetup afterwards. We also have the crab assignment for Munkin. The way I see it, we have multiple options before us. Where does the party think we should go next?
The boat is not damaged, right? I just want to clarify. Or Zach tumbling.
Yeah, nothing.
We didn't damage the boat. Okay.
Wow, that's an absolute miracle.
Julie is gonna say, "Well," and lean down and grab the crab body and start dragging it and say, "I don't know about y'all, quote unquote." And she looks at Cicero, kind of like quizzically, and then she says, "But I could use like a drink." And then she's gonna start going towards where Zach was. I thought we go to the I forgot the name of it, but
Ocean's Deep Goblets, yeah.
I vote that we go to the Ocean's Deep Goblet. How about y'all? And I'm like dragging.
I'm super down for that.
And I say,
Who's buying? You're buying?
I say, well, I kind of bought the boat, so like I feel like this round should be on y'all. Also, does anyone want to help, or like totally okay if not? And I just like keep dragging the body.
I don't say anything. I just go over and grab part of it and help her carry it or drag it, whatever.
Yeah, I'll help too.
Okay.
Yes, got it. Good job.
Also, Tuli, I thought we were splitting the price of the boat, so I have money for. I thought, were we not splitting? I'll help you with the boat, financially and physically.
Tuli's skin is gray, but it turns like a grayish red, and her hair kind of dims. It's like a brightish like fire kind of look to it, and it kind of dims. And she goes, "Oh, I wasn't accusing you or like anything."
Oh no, I know. I don't think any of us expected you to buy the boat. So.
Oh, good. I'm so sorry. I'm not good at like situations like this. I guess you'd call them like friendship. So yeah, trying to improve in that way. And so like, thank you. And just keeps dragging the corpse.
Okay.
What's the name of this bar we're dragging the corpse to again?
Ocean's Possessive Deep Goblet.
Like the Christian song.
Ocean's possessive deep goblet.
Ocean's Deep plus Goblet.
Yeah, just
Oceans. Just that song. They only play that song on repeat.
Yeah.
Good deal.
Full party. Everyone is heading towards the bar. No, not splitting anyone.
Ish. I'm gonna stay pretty far back behind the group.
Okay. Okay. And as you all follow the edge of the lake, you walk up the docks. And at this point, in all the hustle and bustle of the morning, the fishing boats have taken off at this point, and where they were hundreds of feet, maybe like 100 or 150 feet away from you all, nobody seemed to notice the incident and the struggle and everything that you all had gone through, as everyone was pretty into their own business. And the dock at first, where it was very full of life of people getting onto the boats and getting ready to go, and farmers were out towards the edge of their farms taking care of their soil and their plants. This walk feels kind of quiet and a little more alone as the work has progressed in the couple of minutes, 10 to 20, that you all spent taking the boat out, going through what you did, bringing the boat back, and now walking up towards the way that Zach had headed. As you proceed in this direction and you see the farmland start to fade, and the edge of the lake is still what you're following. Just for a while, it's pretty empty of, like, there are no more docks. It's just straight earth to water, and then on the left side, more farmland. The farmland eventually hits a hard stop, and the first building you see up on your left is a raggedy but still pretty well put together building. The wooden planks that are used are Mod Podge, mix matched, where it's not all one standard wood type, but lots of repairs, lots of things that are clearly heavily used and stained and protected for boat use, but then also a basic framework of what used to be just a singular structure of a building has continued to be built on and expanded to be a building with a sign hanging from all sides of it, one sign on all four, with a little cup emblem on it as well, Ocean's Deep Goblet. You are able to find it relatively easily, and as you walk through the open-air doorway to step into a generally dark room, it's a huge adjustment from the early day sun, walking into a darker room that's not heavily well lit. Shiplap, that's great. Yes, thank you for that. It's a great word. What a good word, shiplap.
Chip and Joanna would be very disappointed in you.
Lip chat.
Other NPCs across town who are just sad about who I am as a person. And as you step into the room, it's very empty, except for you can see a dwarven man behind the bar, and then Zach, the dwarven male, with a pretty clean-shaved face, except for the massive mustache that he has hanging down into the beads that braid and twist. But the man behind the bar that you see is the most salt and peppered hair. It's like such an even 50-50 split between where there's still straight jet black hair, and then also these streams of this grayish white silver throughout it. And this massive bun is tied up behind his head, as well as this extremely long and bushy gray beard that has specks and bits of little bit of black hair that's still hanging out in it. And otherwise, very sun-colored skin and massive arms that come out of a vest as he's leaning down and talking to Zach. And what you hear is, ecology is this plant and life study that it seems that they were interested in just the beings and the things that exist within this lake. And his voice just booms and kind of carries and fills the room as you catch him explaining ecology to Zach. And Zach turns his head over to see most of your group joining in. And then you see just the two of them in this room.
I hear him say this, and I pull just like one of the mushrooms or something out of my backpack and go, "We found this, and also this," and I point at the crab's body.
And yeah, both of them, the conversation stops. Zach just like very quizzically looking at the barkeep, turns his head over to see you all and smiles and kind of perks up for a minute and great, good for y'all. Was that what you were looking for?
Yep.
Well, that was very quick, and glad to see you're back. And then the bartender pulls an empty mug away and sets down a freshened mug for Zach, as they're both still looking at you all. And Thule, you were speaking.
As soon as Thule saw Zach, she immediately dropped the crab corpse, even if Gwen and Lorla were holding it.
Lorla just
and did like a like one fist like on her hip and the other kind of gesturing out and says, Zach!
Hey, Thule, yeah. And y'all are dragging that thing all the way across the town is what? What do you plan to do with that thing?
Wow. Have we got a story for you? And then she's,
yes, please. What happened? What did you see?
she's gonna is there like a layout of tables?
Oh, for sure. The room is so vacant. It is just the two of them, and there are several tables throughout the room. There's also several bar seats all the way down the bar that you could join into as well.
Thule's gonna turn to the party and kind of be like gesturing back and forth to Zach and be like, "Do you guys want to get a table? Could we get a table? We'd love to tell you about it."
Yeah. Feel free. Yeah. Take a table. What are you drinking?
Thule's gonna yell, how many other ones? Six of your most medium whatevers.
Easy enough. And then he goes ahead and pours you all a massive mug of ale, and they all pull up chairs, and in what is now a massive table of 7 people, you all collect and gather, and as you now look around, Cicero is not there, and then as you all sit and have had this conversation that has started, a couple moments later, a regular townsperson that you do not recognize also joins into the room and just starts to look around as the barkeep looks up. Can I get you anything, sir? And then the person responds and just goes, yeah, feel free, continue, just an ale. And the barkeep gets back up, goes, pours another glass, sets it down at the bar, and this person just kind of hunkers down and sits at the bar by themselves and slowly starts just sipping the drink. The barkeep walks back over towards your all's table. Rickeldor. I said that wrong. Rickeldar. Rickeldar. And then turns his chair and sits very interested and just looks over the group. I haven't met any of you all before. First time here.
Thule looks around at the group, and when no one says anything, she says, "Yes, my name is Thule." And that's all.
I'm Misery. I usually drink at home or friends' houses, so I've never been here before. But nice to meet you. I forget. This is Joey. I forget what Zach gave us the boat.
Yeah, he's who you rented the boat from.
And he wants us to talk to him, or he wants us to come back here just to give him the boat back, or
just to like update, which now has turned into like a full-on conversation. Yes.
Now we're just best friends. Okay. Great.
Yes. And as the rest of the introductions are given, Rickeldor just leans forward, and I'm fascinated to learn more about who you are and what you've accomplished today. Well, welcome. And as that lingers in this moment of potential and conversation is coming, that's where we can end this session. So session 9, sitting in Ocean's Deep Goblets, hanging out, talking with Zach and a new friend, Rickeldar, and a new friend of a stranger sitting off in the corner with their drink. We will conclude this session.
I'm Pickle Rickeldar.